Okay, so the next piece I'm going to be talking about is Susanna Bathing, aka Susanna and the Elders. The city and country work is Venice, Italy, and the specific location is, it's like Kunsthistorie. I don't speak German, but it's the Art History Museum in Vienna. And the artist responsible for the work is Jacobi Robusti, aka much better known as Tintoretto. The artist's nationality is Italian. The medium of work is oil on canvas. The period of work is the Renaissance, specifically the late Renaissance, aka Mannerism, I think is what it's called too. The historical relevance is that it's the beginning scenes of an Old Testament story of Susanna and the Elders, in which the woman is falsely accused of adultery after two men who, after discovering one another in the act of spying on her while she bathes, conspire to blackmail her for sex, which she doesn't do. But then she almost gets sentenced to death. But then someone saves her. It's a whole crazy thing. But this is just the scene of her in the pool. It took about, I guess, a couple months to a year to create. It's dated from 1955 to 56. And the story is important because it's considered one of Tintoretto's masterpieces. Supposedly, the two old men in the painting are metaphoric of the Ottomans who desired the beautiful, rich city of Venice, from which he is from, with Susanna as a personification of the city of Venice. The picture can also be interpreted as a hidden criticism of Venetian society at Tintoretto's time. The defining characteristics of this work are that the painting shows Susanna bathing in her pool. The two men are creeping from either side of the garden wall, and she's seemingly unaware of it as seen in the painting. And around Susanna lie white pearls, silver jewelry, and a silk shawl and a silver jug that lie between herself and the mirror. So just a lot of items of vanity between herself and the mirror that she's looking into, which I think I tried to read up on the story that it's actually from, and I think it's a big story about vanity being falsely placed and stuff like that. So that's the symbolism for this. Anyways, and then it's all just on a scene of nature. There's a lot of woods in the background and everything like that as well. Sorry, I lost my place. I got a little bit too carried away. Anyways, historical contributions. Robusti, also known as Tintoretto, or El Furiso, for the energy and the fury with which he painted. He depicted both sacred and profane subjects in a period sometimes known as the Venetian Golden Century. He is one of the most famous artists of the late Renaissance period. My personal observation is that all the representations of Susanna's purity, from her actual complexion itself, with her at the time it would be her golden hair, very pale, soft skin, and kind of softer, feminine body, as well as other things beside her in between the mirror, all white and pearls and just symbols of her beauty, as well as her being outside with the nature. She almost blends into it, which was my kind of observation, is that it's just a lot of visual signals for her purity. How does it compare? Why did I choose this work? Sorry. I chose this work because as a young woman, honestly, I've more than once felt like Susanna, being preyed upon in spaces that I'm supposed to feel safe. And this piece, really, when I saw it, I didn't know the story behind it, and it just really spoke to me, the way he depicted a young woman just minding her business, and men specifically, and society not making you feel safe when you should, and there's no reason. Kind of deep, but yeah. How does it compare to other works from the period? Specifically fits into a late Renaissance art, because like I said, Tintoretto was one of the most famous, therefore he helped to define that period, so it fits very well into it. That time was notable for intellectual sophistication and kind of more artificial traits, specifically within the subject, as opposed to earlier Renaissance that was more about naturalistic qualities. It favors more compositional tension and instability rather than the balance and clarity of earlier Renaissance painting. And you kind of see it in here. The scene's kind of hectic, and most other early Renaissance paintings are more clean and balanced. That's at least what I can tell. I'm not an art major, but that's what I can tell. Fun facts are, I'm trying to do this really fast, so it's moving in 5 minutes. A deer can be spotted in the background. There are a number of theories as to what it symbolizes. In many cultures, deer is a symbol of spiritual authority. In Christian imagination, the deer is a symbol of piety, devotion, and God taking care of his children, which is why people think that's in the background. That's it.